Hey everybody, Speedy here of Banu Studio Inks. Back to continued series, Tales from the Drafting Table. We're on episode 18. This one's going to be a little bit different than I had planned on. I'll get into that in the story time part of it. This is going to be a little shorter than usual, and unfortunately because of the story I'm about to tell you during the drawing phase of this, you'll just have to hang in there and listen to the story. It's very unfortunate. Life works that way sometimes. All right, so let's get after it. Let's get as far as we can in this, shall we? Okay, well, yes, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is going to have an interesting story to it. And it's going to be a briefer episode because of the things that happened that disrupted me. But I still pushed through and I got the episode made. It's just a lot shorter than I wanted to be. So to get to it, property. My property got attacked. Now, the security footage has been pulled by the sheriff's office already, and I'm in the middle of a case dealing with it. Um, thing is, I don't want to say that I'm used to it. I'm not used to it. I'm not enjoying it, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm going to keep pushing through. But yeah, technically it's a part of something that's been going on for nearly 2 years. And I have done my best to just stay the true me, which is a, fun loving, happy go lucky kind of person. And I try to keep that tone in my videos, but it's also, to me, very important to be authentic. And so I just got to spill a story that's just the truth, y'all. I understood when I was going to pursue my dreams that you get haters, you know? And that, you just got to keep moving on and you got to put that aside and you got to ignore them the best you can and focus on your goal and focus on your dream. But I kind of gained some extra special type of haters, the kind that want to look me right in the eye and tell me they're going to sabotage me at my job. And they can get away with it because they're a part of the clique that protects them. Um, that's stressful, but I deal with it and I manage. Then I got sick because RA is connected to stress, and my particular variety of RA is connected to changes in barometric pressure. So I was already under a tremendous amount of stress because in this 2.5 years of gang stalking and harassment that I've been through, and it's not all at work, but some of it's outside of work, and I don't even know who all of the people are that are involved. I know some of them. You know, it started escalating when somebody tried to pump a bunch of carbon monoxide into my shop when I was doing a game stream and tried to poison me. Um, so I've had to go to law enforcement a lot. I've had my studio broken into. I've had my car broken into. That's the most recent one. It gets old being targeted, but I love what I'm doing and I'm going to keep going. I've had to be disrupted in editing this video today to deal with Deputy Brasher. I hope I'm saying your name right, sir. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. We pulled the footage, we looked at it, we know who it is in the video. We've seen the video footage. There's more to process. I'm going to have to look at pictures, and it's a whole drawn out thing. And I'm going to deal with it. And I'm going to keep doing my dream, and I'm going to keep doing my studio. But that is why this episode is brief. It's because the story is a real-time story this time, not me reminiscing about the past or talking about old art mentors. No, I'm talking about what I'm having to deal with while I'm pushing forward doing this and pursuing my dream. Gang stalking's a real thing, y'all. It's real. I'd heard about it a lot in the past, but experiencing it's different than hearing about it. And again, this is something I've never wanted gnosis for. And, it gets back to that thing I mentioned about the Cassandra syndrome. It's gang stalking kind of works in the gang stalker's favor because if you tell the truth Um, it's easier to believe the lie that's being told than the truth, because the truth is, more complicated to deal with the truth and to properly solve the problem. And so, I'm caught in that place where I'm telling the truth about what I'm experiencing and what I'm going through, and I've been documenting it. I've got police reports out on all the different incidences, and I've got a new one today, and that disrupted me editing the rest of the footage. And I'm sorry that this is brief. There is more footage available. I just didn't have the time to edit it and get it in this video, but for me, it was very important to keep my schedule. I promised Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm going to keep it. And so here it is. This is a shorter one. And yeah, it's got an interesting story in it, to say the least. And my nerves are a little bit frazzled. I'm going to deal with it like I've dealt with everything that's been thrown at me so far. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to handle this case like I have all the others in the past. I don't know why people are like they are. I study people as an artist, and so I know a lot about them. But as to what motivates people to be ugly and do things like this, I I couldn't tell you. Because I don't think like that. If I were to come across somebody who was doing what I was doing, I'd either be indifferent or I'd be like, all right, cool. I'd want to check it out. But I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I have to destroy that person. I can't put myself in those kind of shoes. I can't. Now, it doesn't mean that I haven't come across people I don't like. My way of dealing with people that I don't like, I just don't interact with them. I keep myself distant from them. That doesn't mean that I'm that way, like I'm quiet to people. It automatically means I dislike people. I mean, I'm actually mostly in my head and somewhat quiet. I do have an outgoing and fun-loving side and get a little loud sometimes, but it's more heritage than that is anything else. Primarily, I'm in my head thinking about art, my next project. So, not everybody that I'm silent to do I have like any dislike for, but for people that I clearly do, I won't go anywhere near them if I can help it. You treat me badly, I walk away, and I leave you out of my life forever. I'm very simple, but I do accept apologies, and I am an open and friendly person, and I understand life's tough, and I understand people have issues. I just would rather have them not be taken out on me. Um, but life is what it is, and I only have like 29 followers, so I mean, it's not like I have anything special, really. I mean, I love all 29 that have subscribed and followed. Thank you for that. But I'm not some big fish that needs to be skewered. I get treated like that, and I don't actually understand it. I'm just doing me, and I think everybody should be just doing themselves. Live and let live for the most part, unless you're like trying to do something to destroy me, in which case I'm gonna defend myself, yo. I'm friendly and I'm fun and I'm outgoing, but I'm not a fool. I'm going to defend myself because I know that sometimes authorities, management, things like that are powerless. They're powerless. There's only so much they can do, so you've got to do some for yourself too. So, I didn't want to bring a negative story to the series, but I mean, I also want to be authentic, and so there it is. I laid it out. I've been targeted and harassed for 2.5 years. It's going on 3. It's not going to stop me. Does it frazzle my nerves? Oh, you bet you. But it's still not going to stop me. I'm still going to keep going. And I have another series coming up, and I got a short that I'm going to be releasing connected to it. So look forward to that. Anyway, that's my story for today. Oh, all right. Well, this was a brief episode, okay? I'm going to wrap it up early because I've got a lot of stuff I've got to deal with. I've been kind of a lot going on, so I can't put all of the footage in here. I don't have enough time to edit a full episode. The story that I tell during this kind of explains it for everybody. But this is the conclusion of episode 18. Episode 19 will truly 100% be the conclusion of this subject and be doing the markdown for getting it prepped for its final. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon. I want to make a special shout out to Sheriff's Deputy Brasher. Thank you, sir. Thank you for helping me. He's the one handling my case. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're safe. I hope your family's like good and safe and everything's good and good for you. Yeah, everybody have a wonderful day, all right? I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm not going to let anything rain on my parade. Some people are just messed up, you know, and you can't let things like that get in your way, and I'm not going to. Now, it definitely affected this episode, but I'm still managing to keep my schedule. So you can look forward to episode 19 on Thursday, and it will be me concluding this subject. All right, Speedy out. Bye, y'all.